mean, in terms of like people listening now who are like wanting to get into the industry or acting themselves, like what would you suggest that there's anything what they can do in terms of protecting themselves in that instance? Or
it's hard. It's hard.
A case of, yeah.
It's hard because I can totally see how you could be in a situation, not want to do it, but also equally not want to lose your job. You know, I have had an experience where I was my own advocate and I was in the middle of an intimate scene with a very, very well-known actor, and I was told to take my top off or my bra off during the scene by the director, who was back in Video Village in the middle of, you know, nowhere. And I didn't do it because my contract stated that I didn't have to take...
No.
I had no full frontal nudity. They could see the top of my bum crack, and that was it. And I said no, and he fired me on the spot. So I think when you have had an experience like that, for me to want to kind of advocate for myself in the future, I would think, God, I need to be really sure I'm prepared to lose this job. What I would say is, in that situation, I can't imagine now that no crew member would say, hang on a minute, that's not right. I feel like I would be supported in my environment, at least by the sound man who's in the room, you know, with the boom going, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do? I'll just not say anything. I feel like crew members now are so clued in, they're so keyed up to like spot things that aren't right. And even if in that moment I couldn't kind of advocate for myself and be brave and say no, I think there would be the support there. So I think if anyone who's wanting to get into the industry now and being put off by what I'm saying, I think don't be, because it is changing. There are good things happening. There are positive people in the industry who you can work with. There are definitely plenty of people you don't want to work with. But if you get a feeling very early on that that person may be looking to exploit you or, you know, not be paying you enough to do something, then flag it before you get to that point, I would say.
Yeah, I've seen there's been a bit of talk about nowadays there's intimacy coordinators for the more adult scenes in film and TV. But I know that recently you opened up about the fact that they didn't really exist when you were, especially when Skins was being made. So, do you think the series would be made differently now if you guys were to be making it in 2021 as opposed to the early noughties? It
would be completely different. What you would see on screen may be the same. It may be very similar, but what you would also see is however many actors are involved in the scene feeling comfortable, supported, looked after, and therefore you may get a better result on screen. I think it also goes to that, like, regardless of what line of work you're in, no one should go into work feeling maybe unsafe is the wrong word, but, you know, uncomfortable will be a better word in what they're doing. And I think unsafe is a good word, actually. Like, it sounds quite scary to say unsafe, but safety encompasses all of those things: comfort, you know, pride, shame. If you're feeling unsafe, you're feeling out of control in any way, then that is definitely, I think you can use that word in my experience. And also, I would say it wasn't just Skins. You know, I can't actually think of a good experience that I've had in an intimate scene. I would say, let me think if it's my whole career. I've worked with my husband a few times, so obviously that's quite different because if I'm doing an intimate scene and he's a director and he's directing the scene, obviously there's a very different level of support and control that I can have. I'm trying to think outside of my work with him if I've ever really experienced that. Also, it's probably because I haven't really worked in the last decade, so that might be why. But yeah, there's definitely, I still think there's a lack of just HR, like the support that you would have in a normal business environment. Slam dunk, are you ready to make me?